Welcome to this video on navigating Homebase. This is part of Course 3, Discover More About ProSeries. My name is M.B. Raymundi. I am a CPA from Trumbull, Connecticut, and a longtime ProSeries user. I also have been teaching ProSeries as well as other Intuit products for a lot of years, and I love teaching, so I'm very happy to be here with you today. In this video, you'll learn how to utilize the icon bar, customize Homebase, and work with multiple clients in Homebase. When you first open ProSeries, it opens up to the Homebase. In this video, I want to review the features of Homebase as well as how to customize the Homebase view. We're going to start with the icon bar. It really makes it easy to access features of the program. Our first two icons are adding a new file and opening a client file. As we go across, we can print a return. We also, the little printer with an H page on it, we can print Homebase itself. You can use the transfer button to easily transfer client information from last year's returns into this year's returns. You can also use it to transfer a this year's TurboTax return to a this year's ProSeries return, or a this year's organizer into a this year's return. One icon I find useful is the Snapshot icon. This gives you a quick review of the client's tax situation. Perhaps a client calls and wants to know their status. You can see the basic tax information, the e-filing information, and then their client information. You can also access this client snapshot when you're in a return. So if you're working on one return and another client calls, you can pull up the snapshot, though you can't actually get to the return like you see down here. But you can get this basic information, and you search by either Social Security number or you can search by name. Our next icon next to the snapshot is the Client Analyzer icon. This gives you pre-set up reasons to search client files. For example, maybe I am looking for clients that have a Schedule C. So step number one is to select the return type, and I'm going to change it to 1040 individual. And then I scroll down until I have this reason has Schedule C or CEZ, and then you can click on Go. Now basically, it goes through all of my clients, and when it's through going through all my clients, the ones that will be left showing will be the ones that actually have a Schedule C. So 4 clients have met my criteria, have Schedule C or CEZ, the query that we have set up here. And then I can easily get into them. Useful information to have. And I could print those clients. Now, not only do we have the analyzer, we also have a query icon. And we can query by a lot of types of information related to our taxpayer. So for example, maybe I want to query and find taxpayers that are in a certain zip code. So if I click on the zip code and click on OK, it will give me a listing of clients that are in that zip code. So if you have a long list of clients, you might want to use these queries to shorten up the list here of what you actually are looking for. Now, another useful tool, if you have a lot of clients in here, is the Find a Client icon. So I can enter a name or a Social Security number and look for a particular client. In my case, it wasn't found because I am looking at a modified view of Homebase, and we will talk about that in just a moment. That's with customizing it. When I click on my Find, I can search by name or by Social Security number. When I search for it, it will highlight whoever met that name or Social Security number. If I have more than one client with the same last name, right, I wouldn't have more than one client with the same Social Security number, it will give me a list that will highlight the one that I'm actually looking for. You do have an icon up here at the top to change your global options. It's our little tools icon. Your next couple icons are related to help. And then the last icons that we have up here are related to tax import, which is an add-on program to ProSeries, though you may have several tax imports that you can do for free. Now let's talk a little bit more about customizing the Homebase view. So what if you want to modify what you're looking at in Homebase? Well, you can customize the Homebase view and then save that view to easily pull it up again. So the Homebase view default is to show the client name in alphabetical order, but you can sort on any column. All you need to do is click on the column header. For instance, if I click on Social Security EIN number, I have it in one order, and then I click on it again, it puts it in reverse order. Now notice what happens when I change from the default. I get this word modify next to my view. If I move off of the view, ProSeries is going to ask me if I want to save it, and that way I can pull that view up again. I will name this SSN for Social Security number and click on Save. So now when I look at my view drop-down list, I will see I have two customized views under my Form 1040. Now what if I want to change the columns that show? Look on your Homebase drop-down menu at the top of the page and click on Column Headings. I can easily take off certain columns just by highlighting and clicking on Remove. Or I can add columns by clicking on the left-hand side from the available columns and saying to add to the selected columns. I click on OK, and again, it's a modified view that I can save. And another way to save our Homebase view is to go to our Homebase drop-down menu and click on Save View As. I put a column in there for inventory, so I am going to save this as my inventory view. You can also use that query, as we talked about before, and save that view. Now there's a lot more you can do with Homebase. I would encourage you to search ProSeries Help and look in the user guide. You know, chances are if there's a view you want to see, you will be able to get it. The last thing that we want to talk about is working with multiple clients. What if I want to email multiple clients their returns? Or I want to print multiple clients. I don't have to do them individually. I can easily highlight multiple clients either by using my Shift key if they're all in a row. So I click on the first one, I hold down my Shift key, and I click on the last one, or using my Control key to pick and choose which of the clients that I want to do something with. And then if I go up to File on my menu bar and click on Print, it will print all these returns that I have highlighted. You have now learned how to utilize the icon bar, customize Homebase, and work with multiple clients in Homebase. I thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. I would encourage you to watch the other videos in this course and also watch the other courses that are offered out at the website.